altitude. I had the microphone on, had everything else, drew this nice circle, and I said, wow, that's hot. 360 degrees hot. Ha, 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 ha. Okay. All right. Why would we draw a circle other than just seeing if we can draw a circle? Then if you said mitosis, there have to be 3 more to make 4. Okay, you're really close when you said interphase. Because, so in other words, we would do this. And I don't know how accurate this would be. Chances are, you don't even have to draw this again. This is probably in your notebook somewhere, because we have drawn this before. The reason we're putting it down now is this is so much more of just a review. Okay, so when we draw this line outside this circle, that means something very specific. That is interphase. Okay. So in this process, from this line all the way around here, okay, there's 3 things that are happening inside this cell. There's something happening here, here, and here. Okay, G1 is correct. OG, GY, YG, GY, YG, YG. Say that really fast, that'd be kind of YG, 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 YG. So, oh yeah. You know what's strange about that is trying to spell Ouija board. It doesn't start with a silent O. Is it? Yeah. How many of you believe in that? I don't know much about it either. It just kind of gives me the willies just looking at them, just thinking, I don't want to do that. Yeah. So we're talking about this YG or whatever. This is what we're talking about as far as G. And you could say G1, because what's happening here is this cell has a couple things it needs to decide. Either stop growing or divide. Okay? So in interphase, we see this is taking place. Growth in this first phase. So the cell continues to grow until it shifts gears into this one. Okay, this is the S phase. Okay, so then here we've got, we'll just put growth 1, sorry. Then we're going to put S phase here. Okay, something is also happening in that S phase. What might that be? Okay. I'm gonna run out of room. I want to make sure this is nice and big so we can see that. So during that S phase, this DNA is replicating. Okay. Then once it has replicated, something else happens in the next one. Again, G. Again, yeah. Okay, so then we have growth 2 here. Or second growth phase, any of those that you, whatever it is that makes it easy for you to distinguish what it is we're referring to. Okay, then I think if I got these, what's your favorite pie? Oh man, who said apple? Okay. Well, for those of you who said pumpkin or pecan or, yeah, you can have one of these slices. Okay. Apple pie, yeah, I'll take this one. Yeah. Less for you people. I don't know. All right, just sounded good. Okay. Why would we do this? PMAT or TAMP, or what does that remind you of? Other than taking a post hole digger, well, not a post hole digger. Who's done fencing in here with, okay? Ka-chunk, ka-chunk. Your arms get tired. Yeah. Kind of reminds me, was before Thanksgiving break, they fixed the fence out there. They wanted me to work on my fencing too. So I just came out and said, yeah, I can do that. Fencing. On guard. Jedi Master. Any of this sound familiar? Yeah. Okay, yeah, okay, I'm sorry, all right, what does P stand for? Prophase. Okay. What is M? Yep. Say that again. You were right. Cytokinesis. That's not what it sounded like the first time you said it. Yes, it is cytokinesis. Okay. Does someone else want to come up and explain this? This is a lot of fun up here, you know. I try to make learning fun. Okay.
You make it fun already.
Well, I don't know. I can fail at that too. Okay. But there is one aspect that we have left. Everything up here is correct. But everything that you see up here is a type of cycle. And it's the cell cycle. So everything that you see, anything from the growth to the replication to another growth, all of this entire process is the cell cycle. Now, okay, one of the reasons that this is, you're not pertaining this anything. You're just saying what this is, okay? Later down the road, okay? 1 or 2 years down the road, okay? You don't write this down unless you want to. But we try to kind of correlate this and make sense. Okay? These are two types of cells, as you can see, are found inside the pancreas. If you know anything about the pancreas, what might it do for that individual? Insulin is correct. It also produces another hormone besides insulin. That one you don't know. Okay? And I wouldn't expect you to know. Okay? And it's called glucagon. Okay? And what that glucagon does, well, if you said insulin, chances are you know what it does then. Maybe? Can anyone take a guess? What does insulin do for you? That is one big candy. Is that if it's not a candy cane, is it a candy stick or what? Candy stick, okay? So you don't have to worry about that overwhelming your body system with glucose or sugar, because something up here is going to take care of it. Your pancreas does, okay? So what's actually happening then is you got a 50-50 shot. Which one of those produces insulin?
Alpha. It's beta.
This will lower blood sugar levels. This one will raise it, okay? So my point is, what happens if somewhere down the line, any one of these phases, those beta cells, they're not growing. They're not replicating. Well, they're growing, but they're not replicating, okay? And they get all the way over to here, but what are these chromosomes supposed to be doing in anaphase? Is that where they're lined up or are they split apart? Yeah, they split apart. So somewhere along the line, if this is not functioning correctly, this is not occurring, and if these beta cells aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing, you're not producing any insulin. If you're not producing any insulin, then what happens? That sugar can kind of start to be a poison, really, because you can't break it down. Doesn't mean that you can't have it. It's kind of like giving dogs chocolate. Yeah, you can give them chocolate, but we say don't do that because it's going to make them sick. Well, yeah, that's true because they don't have this components or hardware to break that down. So when that happens, you're just agitating their digestive system. It's not like you give them chocolate, oh my God, they're not going to survive. No, that's not what we're getting at. It's just they can't produce the type of enzymes they need to break that down. So that is the importance of knowing what this cell cycle does. So somewhere, anywhere along this series, again, any one of these things can go wrong. The body does a pretty good job of looking after itself, but this is just one of those applications that we hope to make sense of this. Some of the A&P students now, their exam is over the endocrine system, which is over all of these different types of hormones. We fill this whiteboard up with hormones that they are responsible for. Okay? You might say, well, that sounds difficult. It's supposed to be. It's human anatomy and physiology. It's supposed to be hard and difficult. Why do we do this? Because we want you to be prepared when you leave this building, okay, for the last time. Even though we might play with a lightsaber, work on our fencing, do that. So, you know, the funniest thing about that is, yeah, reminds me, I look at your shirt, it says Army on there. And I was in that too. They even gave me a gun. It was loaded too. But, yeah. But would that give you an uneasy feeling walking around a whole bunch of other people that have a loaded weapon too, or no?
As long as they're trained.
Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, it's just one of the things you just don't think about. I mean, that's one of the aspects. It's one of them, how do we say this? It's, let's say tonight on your bus ride, some of your teammates, I've had one say, they like long bus rides. What's your opinion? Do you know what her last name was? Mosul. Maybe. Maybe it's the other one. You can't know that. Was that a pretty good guess then? Yeah, that's a pretty good guess. Okay, So let's say it's cold on that bus ride. Maybe it is, okay? It's pretty hard to put a coat on to stay warm if you don't have it, okay? So it's kind of like this knowledge or having that weapon. It's better off to carry that around and not need it. It's better off to have that coat with you and not need it than rather be cold and then not have it, if that makes any sense. Hopefully, we can enlighten you with this knowledge, free knowledge. Knowledge is power. We've said that before. And with power, that's watts it's all about.
That was a good one. I like that.
Yeah, we told a funny. Yeah, I know. Okay. So with that, we will continue to review this. You're going to want to know this for your final, okay?
We're going to have to fill that out. Just like fill it out, or it's going to be pictures?
Perhaps. Only thing is, keep in mind, this might be rotated, okay? In other words, maybe this big piece is over here, all of these are down there. Same thing, just in a different location. Okay? So again, we want you to be prepared for this. Okay, so I did write a number, it's 20 over there. I don't know how accurate that is. We'll see once as this week progresses. Okay. I was trying to tell the juniors this. How long, and I didn't ask them this part, but how long is a long time to be in one job? Years wise. Okay? That's probably a long time. As far as in our case, if you stay there long enough, you get your picture up on the wall back there. Yeah. Been doing it for 20 years, so I'm up with the rest of the dinosaurs. Yeah. So with that, I would say on average, out of every 100 students, when it comes to finals, 85 to 90% of the time, your grade is probably going to be what it is now, or it's going to go up. Those 10 to 15%, I don't know if that's any, I can't determine that, but that's how many of a percentage it goes down. And if it does, I think you almost have to earn that. I don't know, that's just an opinion. You might not like hearing that, but that's just sometimes a personal choice. Is this difficult? Maybe. Some people, this is easy. Other people, maybe it's a little more difficult. But if everything was easy, would we be in band? Would we be in chorus? Would we be in football, basketball? All of those. No, it's not easy. And let's hope we got some future teachers out there.
No, absolutely not.
One. Okay. All right. Well, very good. We're at about 20 minutes, so we wanted to spend some time on this. Okay. Tomorrow, we'll work on this. For why do we want 6? Why would the number 6 or 12, 18, 30, 36, all of them have something in common? They're factors of what? Factors of 3. Because, okay, when we look at this, okay, what is, I wouldn't be writing this down because we haven't completed this yet, but that's, okay. So a 3-letter pairing of this, I bet you know what it is, you just don't know. You just, I got to think about it. Not a coma. Codon. I thought you said coma or comma or something like that. Yeah, this is a codon. Okay? So we'll go over this tomorrow. Okay? Genetics problems, we'll go over those. I handed those back. Okay? If you are struggling with these genetics problems, please talk to someone who can help you out, who has a very good understanding of codominance, incomplete dominance, traits, all of those. Okay? We can't see your arms if we're doing this. 1, 2. Okay. Look around. If you are struggling, look at these people that have... See, I can do this because I'm the dinosaur. That's right. Okay. We'll catch up to you next time.